going to try and do this in one foul swoop. I haven't got the strength or the energy to run it to an editor. So, where have I been? Must have been, early September, something like that. Could have been a bit earlier than that. I can't remember the exact date, but my daughter, she had a friend staying over from school, Erin. And they were racing to get onto the trampoline. And instead of Poppy putting her whole foot on the ladder, she put just her toes, and her foot slipped, and she whacked her knee on one of the rungs on the ladder. So it swelled up, and we rang the doctors, told us what to do, put some ice on it. He prescribed her some like anti-inflammatory gel, like some ibuprofen gel, and said if I hadn't gone down in a couple of weeks, give us a ring back. Didn't go down, got a bit worse. So he said, bring her down, I'll have a look at her. So we had a look. You remember it like it was yesterday. He goes, takes his little model of a kneecap off the shelf. He says, I just can't see or hear anything that would make that level of swelling. He said, so I'm going to send you for an x-ray. He said, if you're quick, they'll be able to fit you in this evening. So we hadn't even got down the stairs from the GP office. It's on like the second floor of the building. So walking down, I'm on the phone to the GP, to the hospital, sorry. And all I got was like an automated message saying, sorry, we are closed, back open on Monday. So Monday comes, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was at work, I was on my brew time was like 8:30 till 9, and the opening times for the x-ray office was 9 o'clock. So remember, I was literally first in the queue. It was saying like, we were still getting the same automated message that I got from the Friday. So 8:58 comes, still getting it. 8:59 comes, still getting the message. 9 o'clock comes, phone starts ringing. First in the queue. And they said they couldn't fit her in. So they said, we can get her x-rayed, but you're going to have to travel to about half an hour down the road to another hospital. So I said, I'll do it. She was in a lot of pain. So we drove down there, she had the x-rays, got back, got home, and I hadn't even got my foot through the door, and my phone was ringing, and it was the local hospital saying Poppy needs to come in for an MRI. So took her down straight away for the MRI, and 2 days later we got a phone call saying, where's Poppy? I said, she's at school. He says, where's Dad? They rang her mum. Said, where's the dad? He's at work. I was at work. He says, right, you need to get Poppy from school, you need to get Dad out of work, you need to pack Poppy an overnight bag, and you need to bring her down. Worst case scenario, I was expecting him to say she's got a blood clot. So they take all information out, what brothers has she got, what sisters has she got, how old. And then they take me and her mum into like a parents' room. They sit us down, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the 19th of October at this point when we got this news. And the lady doctor, she sat us down and she says, I'm afraid Poppy's got bone cancer. So it's been an absolute whirlwind. She's a good third of the way in through a chemotherapy. I mean, we have got like a TikTok thing going on. So she has been like reaching out for advice, explaining how she feels and so on and so forth on that. And the support we've got from that has been absolutely phenomenal. Couldn't have asked for like, you know what I mean? If you ever think to yourself, God, what would I do? What kind of response would I want if I found out one of my kids had cancer? We've received that response, and we can't thank anybody and everybody enough. So, like I said, she's a good third of the way through the chemo, but it's now reached the point where she's ready for surgery to remove the tumour. The lump in her leg turned out to be a tumour, which she just hit in the right spot to find that tumour. That's where it was hiding. That's where she hit. That's where she banged her leg, was smack bang right on the tumour, and it aggravated to the point where it just flared up. Which, in my eyes, is borderline miracle. You know what I mean? I mean, the trampoline was a gift from a neighbour. And so if they hadn't gifted us the trampoline, if Poppy hadn't got on, tried to get up the ladder the way she did, if she hadn't slipped and banged a leg, it would have been it would have presented itself, but it would have been a lot further down the line. So we're now, I'm literally currently, I'm in a hotel in Birmingham. The wife's in the hospital just across the road with Poppy. Only one of us are allowed to stay in the night, but she's having surgery in the morning. The chemo she's had has managed to shrink the tumour by 1.5 centimetre. The measurements of it are, if I can remember right, it's 4.5 centimetres deep, it's 5.5 centimetres across, and it's 9 centimetres in length. So, and it's literally, if you imagine your knee, it's growing downwards over the shin bone, and it's wrapping round the shin. So what they've got to do is they've got to remove the top third of a shin bone. They have to replace it with metalwork. They've also got to install some magnets so they can stretch a leg over time, just to coincide with growth. I mean, she's only 11. She's still got a lot of growing to do. They've also got to do what's called a flap, where they're taking one of the 2 muscles from the calf, and they've got to place it over the metalwork to protect the skin from infection, given the fact that the tibia is the most highly infectious area. There's like the least skin. I mean, you can feel it yourself, or if you touch your own shin, your shin through your leg, you can feel your bone. So that's what they're worried about. That's why they're covering it with muscle to protect it. But that's where we are. After this, in a few weeks' time, she's going to carry on with the chemo cycle. She's still got, I think she's got 18 cycles to go. Well, she's had 18 cycles total, and she's had 7 or 8. She's still got a lot of the way to go. Could be even more. I'm just trying to not so much guess off the top of my head. I know the map, what we've got to do, but that's where we're at. That's why I've not been uploading. I mean, I have gone out, I have done a couple of videos. It's just to bring a bit of normality back, just so Poppy can see things are still normal. She used to love watching my videos when I go out. She found it almost as fascinating as I do. But that's it, that's why. So I have got a couple of videos on here that I have done. I'm working on editing them in between, like hospital visits, trips, work. We've still been trying to go work in the meantime. But that's where we're at. If you want to keep up to date with it, I'll just hit subscribe. I'll be giving little updates on here, tell you how she's doing and things like that. Or if you want to follow if you want to catch her live on any of the talks, see how she's getting on. I renamed the TikTok channel on there. It was Crewe Ghost Adventures, where I'd go live in graveyards and things like that, and I've renamed it to Poppy's Journey. So if you want to find Poppy's Journey on TikTok, feel free to give us a follow on there as well. But please only follow if you're going to give messages of support or anything like that. Right, it's literally, I think it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to get up at 6 to get back over to the hospital before she goes under. Thank you very much, everyone, and like I said, just sorry I've not uploaded or anything like that, dude. It just felt wrong to be doing what I did, like going in graveyards. I even, at the start of all, I even blamed myself for going in graveyards and messing about with not so much the occult sort of thing, the unexplained. I think, I read a comment on one of my videos once that they heard a voice, the word Belial or something like that, which means the devil, and it can have massive negative impacts on your life. So yeah, I don't know. I know I shouldn't blame myself. I know it's not the case. I know it's not, but I just can't help but feel it. But don't drink. I don't smoke. Going out into the graveyards, doing creepy little walks, things like that. That was me. That's what I'd done. That's what I like to do. I don't go out nightclubbing. I've got a family. I'm a dad. I'm married. I'm just me. And we're all just trying to get through it the best we can.